Well, it has been 74 days since a fire broke out at 30 Tughlaq Crescent on Tughlaq Road in Delhi. The official bungalow of the then Delhi High Court Judge Justice Yashwant Verma. It took almost a week for the first details of the incident to emerge and another few days for the actual pictures to come to light. While the fires were doused almost immediately, it is what emerged from the ruins that shook the country's conscience. Pictures of piles and piles of cash that lay burnt and half burnt. As government mulls impeachment of Justice Verma with the process likely to start as early as in the upcoming monsoon session, Times Now unravels the truth. Truth that has been established after a 33-day-long investigation by the three-judge panel constituted by the Supreme Court. After examining 55 witnesses, the truth has been chronicled in black and white in a 64-page report, and this report, which has been accessed by Times Now, is currently with the President of India, submitted by the CJI. Let's now break down the details of the report. So what did the three-member inquiry committee sought to probe? The three key questions that Justice Verma was asked were: explain the presence of cash, explain the source of cash, and explain the removal of cash. And now the most damning part of the probe report, the video which was shot by one of the first responders on the intervening night of March 14th and 15th, shows that Justice Verma's staff was present at the site where half-burnt cash lay. Watch this before we break down the significance of the video.
महात्मा गांधी में आग लग रही भाई। महात्मा गांधी में आग लग रही भाई। महात्मा गांधी में आग लग रही भाई।
Now, the man who's calling for Rahil is R.S. Karki, Justice Verma's private secretary, while Mohammad Rahil is Justice Verma's domestic staff. In their examination, R.S. Karki admitted it's his voice, and Mohammad Rahil also initially conceded he was the one being called. However, later he changed his statement. What this establishes is that Justice Verma's staff was very much present at the spot, debunking Justice Verma's claim that his staff had no knowledge of any burnt cash. We have Sabyasachi getting us more details. Sabyasachi, these are the revelations made in the report, and point by point, the claims that were made by Justice Verma have been countered in the findings. Most importantly, the presence of his staff at the fire site.
Well, that's right. See, the presence of Justice Yashwant Verma's staff has been proved in the investigation which has been carried out by the three judges. In fact, in the investigation also it has been proved that there was no forced entry, as Justice Verma has been claiming that there could be forced entry and the cash did not belong to him. And that is a very much reason that post the investigation, the report which has been submitted to the Prime Minister as well as the President of the country. And in fact, the Chief Justice of India has clearly asked Justice Yashwant Verma to resign. Now, on the other hand, as far as the impeachment motion is concerned, see, the impeachment motion comes into place only at the time when there are crucial evidences and evidences which prove that the allegations against Mr. Yashwant Verma are somewhere true. And that is the reason why the government is also looking at the option of bringing an impeachment motion during the monsoon session, and the government is also of the view to take the opposition party into consideration. Now, impeachment motion itself it's a very big deal, and during the impeachment motion, the government both in Rajya Sabha as well and in Lok Sabha, in Rajya Sabha they have to take around signatures of 50 members, and in Lok Sabha they have to take signatures of around 100 members. Now, after the signatures are taken, now for the further investigation, it will be handed over to the Chief Justice of India, who will comprise of a new investigation team, which will comprise of one sitting judge of the Supreme Court, another sitting judge from the High Court, as well as one of the jurists that will be nominated by the Parliament.
And the process can start in the upcoming monsoon session. Sabyasachi, stay on with us. Now, Operation Order echoes across the political landscape. Reacting to Times Now's mega news break, BJP has called for accountability in the judiciary. The party says charges against the judge are serious and insists some action should be taken, with the spotlight now on the bench.
जिस तरह की बातें आई और जिस तरह से जुडिशरी को लेकर बड़े सारे सवाल खड़े हुए, अब जो रिपोर्ट आई है जिसमें उनको इस पूरे मामले में आरोपी माना गया है, क्या कहेंगे आगे क्या हो सकता है और किस दिशा में जुडिशरी अब जाएगी?
बहुत गंभीर मामला है। किसी भी जज के घर पर फायर ब्रिगेड आए और वहां पर नोटों की गड्डियां जलते हुए दिखे तो संगीन भी है, गंभीर भी है। बड़े गंभीर प्रश्न उठते हैं जिनके जवाब की आवश्यकता है। इसी को मद्देनजर रखते हुए, क्योंकि चाहे सुप्रीम कोर्ट, हाई कोर्ट या जज हैं या अगर आप देखें गवर्नर हैं, उनके अपने संविधान में कुछ प्रोटेक्शंस हैं। तो इसकी मद्देनजर रखते हुए तुरंत चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ इंडिया, उस टाइम जस्टिस अपने संजीव खन्ना सर, उन्होंने रखा एक समिति जानने के लिए भी क्या है, तथ्य क्या है। कार्रवाई के लिए अनुच्छेद 124(4) के तहत ही कार्रवाई होगी। उसको रिमूवल ऑफ जज के लिए जो प्रोसेस है, उसके लिए 50 ऐसे सांसदों को लिखना पड़ेगा, वो लिख कर देंगे। उसके बाद वो प्रोसेस होगा और इस पे कहीं ना कहीं एक जानकारी आ रही है आपके माध्यम, चैनल के माध्यम से, और जो रिपोर्ट की जानकारी आपके चैनल दे रहे हैं कि हो सकता है कि ये मॉनसून सत्र में भी हो। लेकिन इसके लिए हमें थोड़ा रुकना पड़ेगा। पर ये जरूर है, मामला गंभीर है, कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए और मैं मानता हूं कार्रवाई होगी।
And here's what the panel had concluded, that cash was indeed found in Justice Verma's storeroom, that the access to the storeroom was in active control of judge and family, and burnt cash was indeed removed from the site of fire. The committee has also recommended initiation of proceedings for removal of Justice Verma. After this report was submitted to the CJI on the 3rd of May, he wrote to Justice Verma the next day, giving him the option to either resign or take voluntary retirement. However, 2 days later, Justice Verma responded, calling the findings perverse and probe unfair. But does Justice Verma have any evidence to back his arguments? It doesn't look like that. He has contended that the storeroom is under CCTV scrutiny, but hasn't produced any footage to corroborate claims that the money was planted. An outsider could have been involved. We have Harish, our legal editor, joining us in the broadcast with more details now. While Justice Verma is calling the findings perverse and the probe unfair, has he been able to contend the findings of the report saying that the money belonged to him, it was found at his storeroom and it was moved as well? The staff helped in cleanup.
Swati, a very pertinent question. We should remember that the three-member Supreme Court panel has concluded that there is clear wrongdoing and misconduct on the part of this judge, particular judge, Justice Yashwant Verma, and that though he had claimed that he has nothing to do with the outhouse, it's completely separated from his living area, and that it could be a case of forced entry where somebody has planted some cash. But, and also his daughter had even claimed that the video which surfaced of burning cash could be from some other residence, not of Justice Yashwant Verma's residence. But the report clearly says that this video is indeed from the outhouse of Justice Yashwant Verma on the night of March 14, and the panel also very significantly concluded that there is evidence to show that the remaining of the burned cash and the remaining cash had been moved off in a hurry in the wee hours of next day, that is March 15th. Therefore, there is also evidence to show that this particular outhouse, there is only here the Justice Verma has the control over the outhouse, and there cannot be, nobody can enter the outhouse without the permission of Justice Yashwant Verma. And the report clearly says that this particular judge has belied the faith reposed on him, and therefore recommended an removal or impeachment of this particular judge, Justice Yashwant Verma. That is why Justice Sanjeev Khanna, the then Chief Justice, had written a letter to the Prime Minister and the President annexing the copy of the three-member inquiry panel report, and now the decks are cleared for the impeachment motion which we have been reporting, which will happen in the monsoon session of Parliament. So I think we should remember that for initiation of such a motion, only 50 members of Rajya Sabha or 100 members of the Lok Sabha is required. But why the government's outreach to the opposition parties? This is because a two-third majority is required in each house, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, which at present the government does not have. Right. This is the significance of the outreach being done by the government to the opposition parties.
Absolutely.
Back to you.
Harish, stay on with us. Now, as the government mulls judges' impeachment, Congress is seeking an all-party meeting. Congress says centre should convene an all-party meet. Listen into the reactions coming in.
देखिए, मैं एक चीज बताऊं, भारत के संविधान की जो एक प्रक्रिया है इम्पीचमेंट का, सुप्रीम कोर्ट उसे भेजता है, विचार करती है सरकार। सरकार अगर इम्पीचमेंट लाना चाहेगी तो सर्वदलीय बैठक बुलाएगी, उसमें जो भी सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने लिखा है, जो जांच की फाइंडिंग है, उस पर सब पे चर्चा होगी। हम इस व्यक्तिगत केस पे तो कुछ नहीं कहते, पर हमेशा भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ हम रहे हैं। अगर सरकार इम्पीचमेंट के मसले पे भ्रष्टाचार का कोई मुद्दा लेके आएगी तो निश्चित रूप से कांग्रेस पार्टी गुणों दोष के आधार पर उसका समर्थन करेगी।
The person who's caught is corrupt. This is what is happening in our country. And Mr. Yashwant Verma must be impeached. I feel that opposition and parties which are in opposition, they all should unanimously impeach him and give a signal. Otherwise, judges, they think that they are God. They cannot be questioned, and they are not being.
Let's now take a look at the contentions made. Judge Verma said no cash or currency was found at the site, but this has been firmly refuted by the recording that was made by both fire and police officials on the spot. So this is the contention, and this has been overruled by the panel. Let's move on to the next pointer. Contention is nothing removed from the storeroom, and it has been overruled because according to the panel report, debris, burnt articles were removed. After the incident took place, as part of the cleanup, the debris and the burnt articles were removed. Let's quickly keep on changing this. What are the contentions? No staff or relatives saw burnt cash. That's the contention which has been overruled because according to the report, long-time aides won't contradict Justice Verma. They've been working for him and associated with him for such a long time. They'll of course not contradict his version. Then the contention that came in was Diya, cash video not from storeroom. Now Diya is the daughter of Justice Verma, who said cash video is not from storeroom. It was overruled. Forensic probe has verified the authenticity of the video and the fact that the video was shot of the storeroom where the cash was kept and the fire took place. We have some breaking inputs coming in as well. D. Raja has backed the impeachment plan, said judiciary must follow constitution. D. Raja is also saying wants action, not just debate. So he's saying take action and don't just debate the issue, but he is giving a thumbs up to the impeachment plan.
People have faith in judiciary and they think the last hope for common citizens is judiciary. But here you see huge amount of money lying in one judge's residence. How to explain that? Who brought all those cash and how the cash was lying in his residence? So it is a serious matter. In order to restore the credibility for our judiciary, there must be some strong action. If impeachment motion is brought in Parliament, let us hope it will lead to restore the confidence of common people in judiciary.
Well, a retired High Court judge has broken his silence on Times Now's explosive news break, calling it a glaring expose of corruption in the judiciary. Justice Dhingra has slammed the recent transfer move as a sham action and accused the system of attempting a cover-up. The former judge's stinging remarks have reignited the debate on judicial accountability, with the bench now firmly in the spotlight.
क्या जजेस कभी इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग ऑफिसर रहे हैं? कोई भी जज कभी इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग ऑफिसर नहीं रहा, वो इन्वेस्टिगेशन में नुक्ताचीनी निकालने वाले रहे। लेकिन आप इन्वेस्टिगेशन के एक्सपर्ट एजेंसी नहीं हो। जजेस को ही कहना चाहिए था कि भैया आप हमें क्यों अपॉइंट कर रहे हो, सीबीआई को दो ना ये इन्वेस्टिगेशन। और मैं ये मानता हूँ कि ये करप्शन को प्रोटेक्ट करने का एक्ट है, और मैं ये भी मानता हूँ कि जो करप्ट है और जो करप्शन को प्रोटेक्ट करता है, दोनों बराबर के अपराधी। जब ये रिपोर्ट आई थी प्रेसिडेंट के पास, तो उनको सीधा एफआईआर दर्ज करानी चाहिए थी।
In my view, once the Chief Justice of India has taken a prima facie view that there is a good allegation or a credible allegation against the judge, then he should have ordered for registration of an FIR. And it is only on the registration of an FIR could the money trail been seen and also found out who brought in the money and who was responsible in removing the money. So I think that's a huge lapse, and that should have been done by the Chief Justice of India.
We have Priyank joining us in the broadcast with more on this. Priyank, on one hand, of course, there is a chorus growing for impeachment. On the other hand, there's also a demand of action against Justice Verma, not just impeachment, but also many are demanding a proper criminal investigation and action. Then there are some luminaries, in the legal world who are also alleging that this is an attempt to cover up.
See, Swati, we have to see that there are several provisions in the Indian Constitution which is certainly preventing filing on a FIR without the order from the honorable courts. This precedent has to be followed because other provisions of the IPC and the Constitution are certainly something which is making our Constitution so beautiful. So the fact of the matter is that at this moment we have to see that the section 124/4 of the Indian Constitution is certainly allowing the powers in the hand of the Parliament, that if there has to be more than 100 MPs and in the Lok Sabha and 50 MPs in the Rajya Sabha, certainly the impeachment can happen. But everything is depending that what will be the final observation from the President's House, because these are the inquiry committee report which has to go through a proper procedure. We were talking to the senior officials in the Delhi police; their hands were also tied. That's why they could not file the FIR in this particular case. Rather, the pile of cash, bond cash, which was also not protected. So there have been series of lapses in this particular case. This is what we have been trying to highlight. But look at the statement of the first responders in this team, where they have clearly stated that when they reached, they could see that the pile of cash was more than 1.5 feet tall, and it was starting from one corner to another corner. So the big question is that who was the main person who had provided him this money? From where did this money come from? Who was the person who had given this task to LHD Yashwant Verma to take this money?
There are still unanswered. Priyank, Sabyasachi and Harish, for the moment, thank you very much for getting us the details, the inputs. We're slipping into a short break. Before that, listen into what Aman Lekhi had to say about it.
Well, it's notoriety and misfeasance in the extreme, and behavior unbecoming of a judge. There's absolutely no excuse for this particular outrage, and it brings nothing but extreme obloquy for the institution. What is very distressing to note is that the foundational features of our entire legal system is to a large extent compromised if incidents like these happen, and corrective action, which has to be punitive for it to be effective, is not taken.